Russia is the largest country in the world, owns vast land, became countless mysterious events, and a stage for scientific exploration. From the legendary zombie virus, to the Russian sleep experiment, to chemical remains, every inch of this land may be hiding disturbing secrets. Follow our perspective. Together, explore some of Russia's most disturbing discoveries. The first alien corpse under the ice cover of Antarctica in 2011. The discovery of an alien corpse. It shook the internet. This mysterious body was accidentally discovered, lying in the snow, sparking a lot of speculation and discussion. Some suspect it was an orchestrated hoax. Some people think this could be a game-changing discovery. However, due to the lack of further information, the mystery remains unsolved. Leave the world endless imagination. The second zombie virus, deep in Siberia's permafrost. Scientists have awakened an ancient virus that has been dormant for 48,500 years. The discovery became known as the zombie virus because after a long period of freezing, get active again. Although this virus may seem terrifying, but it really only affects single-celled organisms, does not pose a threat to humans or animals. However, as the global climate shortens, thawing permafrost may release more valuable microorganisms. This is the real concern. For now we are safe and speechless, but it also reminds us that be vigilant against these ancient microbes. The third Hell's police in cold Siberia. Soviet scientists challenged the limits of nature in 1989, drilled a hole 15 kilometers deep, trying to unravel the density of the Earth. They were gathering data on the composition of the Earth, but the project was suddenly stopped for unknown reasons. The hole was quickly closed. Rumor has it that during the drilling process, scientists heard it coming from deep underground. The pain, scream, these sounds are amplified by heat-resistant microphones, chilling. This cave is called the Well of Hell. Amazing depth, reached 122.3 kilometers. It took 20 years to reach this depth. The legend about him still lives on today. If you know anything about this story, welcome to share your knowledge. The fourth creepy red-eyed creature. The mysterious land of Russia. Not only in the field of its advertising, covered the Earth. More than 1/8 of the land is inhabited. Also known for causing permafrost. In these uninhabitable, impoverished lands, there are many legends about alien creatures. In 2019, and abandoned, the subway station became the center of these legends. At that time, someone snapped a picture of a mysterious creature. On a dark mound in the photo, there seems to be a snake-like creature, crawling slowly. He held his glowing red eyes in the dark. Shiny. The internet was buzzing with discussion. Some people maintain that this is the legendary creature, and the photographer claims that this creature was with him before. Any creature I've ever seen is different. Unfortunately, there are no more pictures to confirm this, because it is said that after the photographer encountered this unknown creature, chose to flee the scene. The fifth Russian sleep experiment. At the edge of science, there were experiments that challenged the boundaries between human nature and morality. What we're going to talk about today, it's a story about human limits. Russian sleep experiment. This story takes place in the late 1940s. Soviet researchers studied political prisoners in Unexplained, conducted a cruel experiment. They are locked in a sealed glass room, using an experimental stimulant gas. The goal is to keep them awake for 30 days in a row. Imagine that, 11 days without sleep. People experience memory loss, paranoia, and inattention. So what happens for 30 days in a row? Experiments over time. The effects of sleep deprivation are starting to appear. Subjects gradually stop talking, start falling into a state of crazy paranoia. The cruelty of this story, we choose not to elaborate. But he reminds us, sleep is not just a physical necessity, it is a haven for the soul. Between sanity and madness, Sleep is our only respite. 6th place, No. 42 Debao. Shuttle through the long river of history. We've entered the Cold War era, a time of paranoia and fear. At this time, to counter the nuclear threat, Bunker 42 came into being. This bunker is also known as Tagaski, is a hidden busy in Moscow, a secret command center 65 meters below the street. Its existence, it is an indelible mark in human history. This 75,000 square foot bunker, initially under the guise of urban development plans, secret construction, able to be completely isolated from the outside world, protecting 2,500 people for 90 days. He has his own power generation system, air filtration, and walls 2 meters behind. It's a shelter designed for a nuclear explosion. As time goes by, Bunker 42 from a temporary shelter, it has become a time capsule of Cold War thinking. Here you can find recovered Soviet-era telephones and telegraphs to describe potential targets, and military tactics strategic maps. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Plot 42 is no longer a secret refuge. Now he has been given new life as a museum and historical site, open to tourists. People can stroll in it, in the extensive tunnel system, experience life under the threat of nuclear war. The seventh terrible, biological Russia's vast land. Hidden many unknown secrets. Among them are the strange creatures in the deep sea. Roman Fedorast, a traveler who is keen on exploring the unknown ocean. He spends most of his time chasing the weirdest creatures in the ocean. Murmansk in northwestern Russia. He caught a terrifying fish. Imagine, while diving underwater, suddenly face to face with such a fish. His black and gray body. It is particularly harmful in the cold seawater. This fish's teeth are surprisingly similar to ours. It is a giant creature called a wolffish. Wolffish can grow to more than 2 meters long, weighing more than 100 kilograms. Their heads are huge, strong jaw, teeth as strong as canines, great for crushing their prey. These characteristics, wolffish, became the ocean, one of the most feared creatures. 8. Karachay Lake, located in the Unar Mountains in southern Russia, close to the city of Yabinsk. Beneath the tranquil surface of this lake, hidden shadow of the Cold War. The Soviet Union once chose this place, Qingdao plant, as radioactive waste. This includes waste from the Mayak facility. This is one of Russia's largest nuclear facilities. Over time, pollution levels in lakes have reached lethal levels. Even in the 1960s, the radiation intensity at the lake is enough to causing death. In 1967, a drought reduced the lake's level. Many people think this will reduce radiation, but the radioactive material didn't actually disappear. Instead, it spread to surrounding areas with the wind, caused a greater disaster. To cope with this crisis, Russian authorities have taken measures. Fill the arc bed with concrete blocks. Seal radioactive materials underground. The lake is now filled. Became a radioactive purpose, although still radioactive, but not as deadly as it once was. This story reminds us, under the beautiful appearance, there may be hidden unknown history and lessons. 9th place, angel statue in the mysterious far east of Russia. A group of miners, while digging deep in the Chechen Republic, accidentally unveiled an ancient legend. They found a fallen angel statue. His image, in the quiet land, it looks particularly rustic. The statue is wearing a robe, sword in hand holding shield. Behind it is a pair of huge wings, like a warrior who fell from another dimension. Weeping Angel, the name, not unfamiliar with the purpose of Europe and America. They are often portrayed as a crossword primitive that can move when no one is watching. It makes people feel deeply uneasy. The discovery of this angel statue More than just an amazing archaeological discovery, it also reminds people of those ancient legends. Is it true? No. Zverev Castle on the Baltic Sea. Near the town of Kronstadt, there is a fortress that has witnessed the vicissitudes of history, Levberg. This building from the 1870s, engineer Konstantin Zverev's brainchild. It was once a strong line of defense on this land. However, the passage of time has brought changes. A catastrophic fire in the 1970s. This fortress, from a magnificent fortification to a ruin. Melted bricks distorted his walls and ceilings, makes him the weirdest in the world, and one of the most terrible ruins. Now, Zverev Castle is slowly being reclaimed by nature, a dark reminder of history. For those brave and curious explorers, the accessibility of this place varies according to the season and local regulations, but it is always a historical site worth visiting. This concludes this issue. Which finding in this issue is most disturbing to you? Or do you know of any other Russian discoveries? Please share with us below.